Hey everyone! Welcome to another Stonehearth Desktop Tuesday. Now that the new builder and multiplayer are both out in your hands, the team has pivoted to working hard on performance and bug fixing. What does this process look like? Well, as always, we comb the forums for your bug reports and saved games. We especially love saved games that show the bug happening in a reproducible fashion, and then we look into the code to see what might be wrong. So thank you for all of your bug reports, and please keep posting them. In addition to that, Engineer Angelo and Engineer Justin recently added an automated error reporting system. This means that if you've opted in to send us your anonymous analytics data, we will also be notified of errors that pop up while you're playing the game. These errors then get aggregated into a service called Sentry. From the incredibly useful issues dashboard, the team can see the errors that have appeared most often and how many unique players each error affects. We can see their frequency on an hour-by-hour basis and on a day-by-day basis, so for difficult things like AI errors, which can have multiple sources, we can check to see if releasing a fix really does cause the error to decrease in the wild, or if there are perhaps other sources of it. However, because code is code and every system touches every other system, every single time we fix a bug, there's a chance we've broken something else in some other part of the game. One of our best tools to make sure this doesn't happen is to create an automatic testing suite, Autotests for short. Each autotest is a tiny version of the world that tests exactly one piece of functionality. For example, in order to test that farmers will farm fields designated by the player, this autotest creates an empty world with one farmer. We have commands that simulate clicking on the UI, dragging out the farm, and selecting a special kind of fast-growing test turnip. The autotest then checks to see if the farmer can harvest 2 baskets of turnips, automatically tilling, planting, harvesting, and then replanting and reharvesting the space. If this condition is seen, the test succeeds. If the farmer gets stuck, the test fails. Engineer Tony created the first autotests back in 2013, and they were the subject of one of our earliest Desktop Tuesdays. In the years since, we've run the autotests before every single code commit, and each member of the team has added their hairiest functionality into the suite, the things they most want to make sure nobody else accidentally breaks. As a result, we spend a lot, and I mean a lot, of time staring at the autotests other people have written. As a bonus, we thought you might enjoy a sampling of them too. Here they are! In which we test how different types of building materials affect our patented sheep transformer. This one tests that Hearthlings feel appropriate respect for monuments to the rabbit god. In which we verify that recent changes to the code have not affected the raccoon's cuteness level. Here we're making sure that Hearthlings know when to step out of line. Here we check Hearthlings' tolerance for pointless tasks. Ensure that Hearthlings are appropriately confused at being dropped into an empty world before teleporting them into the center of a circle of logs. Here, we observe the eventual equilibrium of the universe. There, we ensure that Hearthlings have not developed enough self-awareness to refuse orders too hazardous for their well-being. This one checks that Hearthlings guard their stockpiles effectively, and we've never gotten it to succeed so far. This test verifies that Hearthlings can build a world out of nothing with enough willpower and elbow grease. Here, we ensure that neither hunger nor exhaustion stays these Hearthlings from the swift completion of their appointed tasks. Here, we verify that Hearthlings have sufficiently strong opinions on the precise placement of their beds. Here we showcase the exquisite synchronization skills of the Valorous 4. Verifying the accuracy of the simulation of an engineer's life, demonstrating that whenever an issue is fixed, another one inevitably arises. Here we check that herbalists get appropriately frustrated when they are unable to heal their patients. This ensures that invisible traps are working as intended. This ensures that even the most loyal guard can be lured away from their post by a well-placed basket of berries. This checks that farming turnips is boring enough to lead Hearthlings to change their jobs. In this test case, we verify that Hearthlings are no better at us than dealing with insomnia. This one checks that a companion cube can successfully sneak through a field of evil logs. This test case verifies reports of spontaneous disappearance of trees. Here we check that the Hearthling Knights follow the code of chivalry, putting others' safety above their own. And that's it for this Desktop Tuesday. Do you see anything that commonly breaks or that should have an auto test attached to it? Please let us know here in the comments or in our forum at discourse.stonehearth.net. We'd also love to hear your thoughts live. Every Thursday we stream our development at 6 p.m. PST on www.twitch.tv/Stonehearth. See you there or see you next week!